second speaker for today. Roman is someone who is a go-getter, that's for sure. He's always willing to speak and always willing to try new things. Today, we're going to be hearing his speech, which is going to be about communication styles. His speech is going to be 5 to 7 minutes long. Let's give a great round of applause for our second speaker, Roman.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for letting me speak today. And it's the same speech you keep on hearing over and over again. I spoke about it, others spoke about it. It's understanding your communication style. This is why my speech is titled Understanding Your Miscommunication Style. Here's the interesting part about it. If you're gonna do this project, it's level 2 project, and no matter which pathway you do, you're gonna have to go through the speech, and you're gonna discover there are 4 different styles: direct, supportive, initiative, and analytical. And in this project, you're gonna learn about each one of those styles. But what is more interesting is, even though you're now learning about those styles, how do you apply them? Because those styles are about your speech and switching between one style and another. There's another great project called active listening. In order to apply the style, you need to understand the person you're speaking to or the group of people. Because if you're just applying one or the other style, you're not going to get results if people are not into this particular style. For example, direct. That's probably my favorite style. I did it a lot. And only until recently, I started noticing that people often think I'm dismissive. I'm not. I'm just trying to be very organized, very much on time, and very direct. But that is not how people can see the style. Direct is a perfect way of talking. You're going to the root of the problem, but people might think that you're not thinking about their well-being or what about their thoughts about some particular project and so on. Analytical. It's definitely a great style, especially if your team works in a business where it relies on analytics. IT, for example, or marketing, you still have to dive through different markets, what certain smaller markets are into, how to do your ads, all of that kind of stuff. Business management, what departments you have, how much time do you spend on this and that, where the source of revenues, where the expenses go, and so on. Analytical is crucial. Here's the downside. Don't be too analytical, because people will think you're just too nerdy. They will listen to you and think, okay, this nerd, yeah, it's just too boring. I don't understand anything he's talking about. I'm just gonna nod my head and move on. So be sure to apply the style properly. Be sure to see the person who are you speaking to. Understand if they understand the topic correctly that you're speaking about, or if you need to extend on some topics. Maybe you just need to actually shrink your whole speech. And instead of going into a lot of details, avoid doing that just because it's going to overwhelm them. Then just break it into multiple different speeches or presentations, each on a different detail. Because then it's not overwhelming. Truth be told, it's also not as boring. And it's easier for people to get what you're trying to say. Initiative. Oh, that's definitely a great style of speaking. You're always pumped up. You're trying to present something new. You're trying to initiate the people in certain topics, in certain adventure, in certain project. You're trying to share it But it doesn't work always this way. Sometimes people just think, yeah, he's just too happy. There's just so much stuff going on. This person doesn't understand what's happening whatsoever. Just very positive, shooting for the moon, not even understanding that our business doesn't have any money, or we have this problematic customers and so on, and this and that. So initiative is a great style, but you need to be able to address the problems, the underlying problems that that people you're speaking to that they have. You can't just disregard all of their problems and initiate them onto something new. And the last is the supportive one. Supportive is pretty close to initiative style. However, here, instead of creating something new, you're mostly focused on supporting the team, on resolving their problems. So pretty much what I just said. Don't be too initiative, but also try to resolve the problem. But in this case, you're disregarding all the initiative stuff and you're only focusing on solving their problems. If you're gonna do only that, people will think that you're some kind of a weird janitor, like not a little one, but IT problems, business problems. You're always just fixing stuff for them. So don't forget that it's always about who you're speaking to. Don't forget to apply different styles, not just to different people, but to different situations. It's always all about the people. So look at them. Try to understand what they're concerned about. Trying to understand what's the best way to deliver your message to them and go from there. Trevor?